Okay, so I've let this dry. I cheated and used my hair dryer. I'll bring it in next time I see you and show you just how to dry things off quickly, which, like I said, we'll need to do in class. But you can just leave it alone, come back later. But I looked at the details. What's neat when you're painting something, you're always looking at the details. It kind of forces you. And if you notice here, they've got these little veins and how they work this way. Okay, there's a little bit of texture here and some things, but we'll come back to that in a little bit. But I just want to finish so the first step is I got my my leaf done. And you see, by adding different colors, the sort of the yellows and that warm green, which we call olive, and a little bit of a dark green, it gives it this neat sort of depth perception to it. Same thing with the apple. Here's my hot spot, my light directions coming this way. This is the core, we would call, so it kind of lightens up. It goes to orange to red. So this is the real color of the apple. As the apple gets to a light spot, it lightens up, and as it gets to a dark area, like the shadow, it goes a little bit purple. Again, I like to put a little purple in there. So now I can even put a harsher shadow, which I don't think I will. I kind of like it the way it is. But this level is now the details. So I'm gonna go up here, grab a little bit of the green again. And again, I'm using my round brush, but just that tip of the brush. And I'm just gonna sort of flick it like this. Start and flick, see that? And if I go over the line, it doesn't matter. It's just, this is what art's kind of about. So I got these little lines like this, maybe a little bit like that, just a little bit. So I'm just got a little bit of that. That's all I need. In fact, the quickest, the way it looks quick and spontaneous, that's the word we were talking about. I like a couple little textures in here, around the edge. And I'm done. That's my leaf. That's my watercolor leaf. Yeah, it came out pretty good. And as far as my apple, I might put a line around it. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe a little bit of red. I might put a little bit of line around it. A little bit of back shadow back there. It comes over the top and comes down. And this could have a little bit of a shadow to it. This has got more of a rise to it. And even if I leave a little bit of white there, that to me is part of the magic. But I could put a couple lines in here like this, and that becomes part of that shadow. A little bit, maybe just a little bit of purple and red. Maybe just a little more red, maybe. But just towards the bottom. And then down here, fade across this way. And I'm going to go to another color here. A little bit of texture here. And I think that's good. As far as the base, I don't know, I'm thinking maybe a little bit of a warm color. Doesn't, and shadows are never black. They're always the color of whatever they're surrounding. So I think what I'll do is I'll just put a little, take some water, just put a little, something like that. And that's it. That's the watercolor. That's the detail here, the leaf, little detail here. Now the last part, which is kind of fun, which you might have to get a little bit of, maybe get some supervision on, maybe not be something you can do at school, but you can try it at home, is another tool that I like. Is called my toothbrush, okay? And what I'll do, I'll take a piece of paper, a piece of napkin like this, and I'll lay it in such a way that I kind of protect the rest of my paper, like this. And protect that little hot spot there, and put this over here. And then what I'll do, put that down here like that, I'll show that. I'll take my toothbrush and I'll dip it in water and a little bit of red, and I'll try it on my piece of paper first. There we go. And I'll put it down here, and I'll put a little bit of a, let's see, put this out here. I'll flick it like this. Maybe a little bit of purple. Yeah, flick my brush. See that? Then I just kind of flick it like this, see? So I get this kind of a feel to it. And what that does, it gives me a little bit of texture. So we take this off. I protected my paper. There we go. Kind of cool, huh? So I got a little bit of texture here that you see on the real apple. Just a little flick it with an old toothbrush, and we're good. So I think that works. I hope to see you next time, and you guys have a great week. Take care now.